Welcome back, Magnanimous. Word of your deeds in the field reached me not too long ago. Exemplary service. Rest assured that the Garland Ironworks engineers are fine. They were able to get their vessel back in the air before Imperial reinforcements arrived. Your willingness to assist us in such short notice is to be commended. Clearly your reputation is well deserved. Now then, I believe we have some unfinished business. Shall we continue from where we left off and induct you into the immortal flames? Why, yes! Yes, we should. How come everything's... well, that one's green as well. I think I'll take that. Need my earrings. Are you ready, Magnanimous? Then let us begin. Magnanimous Munchicus, you stand poised to enter a sacred trust. The flames Ul'dah burned bright, casting light where there is dark and purging evil wherever it lurks. We are ever ready to meet the nation's enemies in battle, but they beat a beastmen, Garleans, or worse. And at a word from the Flame General Ruban Aladdin, we would gladly lay down our lives to maintain the peace and prosperity of Ul'dah. To join our ranks, you must forsake all other nations. Only then may you able to commit yourself to the fire and be reborn as the immortal flame. And now we set you on fire, mahahaha. Burn as one of us, Magnanimous Munchicus, and together we shall chase the darkness from Ul'dah. Will you swear an oath to mark this occasion? I will follow the Flame General unto death. Ha! The Flame General would lead the van in every battle if he could. Wouldn't surprise me if you had the chance to fight by his side one day. Very well, your resolve is plain. Magnanimous Munchicus, I hereby confer upon you the rank of Flame Private 3rd Class. Welcome to the Immortal Flames, Private. May your fight to the last for coin and country. Ah, Minfilia. Can you hear me, Magnanimous? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Immortal Flames contracted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Munchicus. I have no doubt that you're eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask you to pay a visit to the old ones first. Remember, though, you are now a Flame of Ul'dah, but you're no less a Scion. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest inconvenience. Convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. When you're inconvenient, return to us. Hooray! Okay, I will just close all of that. Ah, we need one more rank up. That sucks. Well, it's in Western Thanalan, right? Well, let's do it like that. Just checking if there's anything else. Let's run there by foot, and if we encounter any fates along the way, let's do it until we have exactly 200 seals. Because then I can buy myself the ability to ride a horse. I meant a chocobo. I meant all of my mounts. And that's a good thing. I see a fake there. I'm gonna go with that one. Let's go for another one. Shouldn't take us long. Should run us some skills. And then we'll be much faster. And then we'll rework how the speed works in Stormwood, and we'll be even a little bit faster. Alright, fast. Maybe we're somebody who's doing this, because that will make it much easier. Someone's doing it, that will go there, we're not even gonna get there in time. People are talking about what Adventures out there halts in the Novice Network, which is true. I think this is my halt. Well, it's kind of weird because the chat is supposed to be here so that older players can help the newer players, but a lot of newer players just refuse to join the chat, so older players get their alts in just for conversation's sake. Because it's supposed to be the same as the general chat. Well, yeah, it's like a new person in disguise, I can pretend to be new. Welcome back, Magnanimous. Lady Minfilia waits you within. There is no limit on how many new people can join it, so it's fine though, I suppose. Welcome back! It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Magnanimous. No, when last we spoke, I said I wanted you to meet some friends. Did I not? Well, I am neglected to mention that you have already met. Dataru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we're properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... God's man, spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service. I would wedge you somewhere. I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow even more vital in city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that Science should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this, we needed the knowledge of the experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Science, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea. And I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Well, you do very little fighting, you know, lady. You mostly just kinda stand there.
Now, having set aside the formalities...
Yay, voice acting!
We have a favor to ask of you. Eorzea, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like Gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
It pretty much is that, like... You work... We'll support ya! And she just described them as floating... I wouldn't say vegetables, it's more like salads. Gishal greens are like salad.
Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor. conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramuh's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
That's a funny worry.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
So yeah, she gets to sit in her office on her tight little ass while we go out and we do a thing. Hooray! But she's a bit useless. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the science once more if we are to... beg pardons. It's a terrible habit of mine to think aloud, but tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Hail, adventurer! I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with Twin Adder? Morning, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Ida and Papalimo, always a pleasure to see you, the two of you. My men tell me you're questing the name of science of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the 12th Wood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroidered in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder of the same mind, and this is precisely for the reason that the Sylph's relation to the primal Ramuh has been raised a flag of warning amongst their ranks. I think my cat's at the door. Think she misses my boyfriend. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a silver of chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Ramuh or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? This is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. This is where you, the science, come in. The Sylphs of the Little Solstice remain untempered and have held many a productive dialogue with their people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. Would not do to have any cross-cultural folks past getting in the way of productive parley. En route to Little Solstice, you will come upon the Housestone Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. Friendly palander with the Sylphs? These should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Housestone Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from Whetstone Pier should get us straight there. Friendly palaver indeed. Hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalymo. Okay, get a boat. Beats running, so why not? Oh, that's a sightseeing log. I don't really need that. I wonder what the hell that is. Yes, we have a cat. Oh, grab my microphone. Ow! Meow. Oh, okay, that's positive. It's an instant sort of thing. Hi, guys. Yep, pretty lorry. My partner's she's very happy. She expresses that with vocalizing a lot. And he broadcasts us. I can't see them while doing a video. Oh, hi, kitty. You don't have to stay here if you don't want to. Not forced to be here. Hello! Ah, the ferry docked at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the East Shroud. Once you are ashore, head due east and you should find the Housestone Hut without much trouble. They're very welcoming. I would encourage you to stop by Full Flower Calm and introduce yourself to Rosa. Okay. Yeah, Sweet Bloom Pier. And hooray, we have explored the map! This never used to happen. It's still very hard to get used to. An adventure! Thank the 12! You couldn't have come at a more opportune time. Please, you must help us. Why, it's our bees! The poor little dears are under attack by a murderous swarm of hornets. These beehives are our livelihood. You must save them! Hornets. Yeah, not it's a hard word. They're under attack by horse nests. Yes. Okay, those are some hornets axed with an axe. Because that is totally reasonable way of dealing with bugs. It's totally not weird to smack bugs with an axe. Nests of whores that apparently don't like bees. Everything dies. There we go. Killed your horse nests. Thank you, friend. Finally, our bees can make their honey in peace. I knew you were 12 cent the moment I laid eyes upon you. Hmm? You traveled to our hut, you say? And would speak with the serpent officer there? There is one who goes by Ameline. He's a sentry at Jocelyn's Spire, but makes regular excursions to our hut. He is quite enamored of our honey and the tales of my husband Rolfie, though I found him to be tight-lipped around those he's unfamiliar with. Oh, I know what we might try. Why don't you take a jar of fresh honey to him? I reckon you find him more than talkative then. Yay, I get to carry honey to a person. Honey. This is a nice place. Oh, yeah, it's very pretty. Maybe better looking than this expansion. Hopefully better looking than this expansion. Maybe it wasn't honey that she just said. Maybe it was herself. Oh, I'm gonna go over here because I know. I love delivering the aka the mailbox. Indeed, I am Ameline of the Twin Adder. Your face is unfamiliar to... Have you a present for me, you say? A jar of roses honey and freshly harvested to boot. You certainly know how to make a first impression, friend. And so you are an adventurer of whom the commander spoke. Do forgive me for being curt. My stomach was rumbling something fierce. My word, this honey. Like liquid gold. Now I have an image of him just eating it with his hand, with nothing else. My boyfriend yells, golden shower. Forgive me. You have come to discuss not honey, but sylphs. For all the whimsy, they are a very lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they'll be as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more, you'll do well to speak to Rosa's husband here, Rolfie. He'd forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. Hello, Rolfie. I wanna see your face. It looks slightly sad. Like you have amnesia. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing. They're peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. Sigh, beg pardon, friend. My memory's just not what it used to be. Seen so much more in my adventuring days, and it's all clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before, you might have more luck with them. I feel sorry for you, bro. I do. If your mind is going because of old age, or if you're young and your mind is going, it's not nice. Sylphs? Yes, father told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. He's your father, girl. He looks about the same age as you. You do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest you face an up mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Tee-hee. So treat them like adults. Okay. My gear is still in fine condition, I don't need to mend. Sylphs? Inveterate tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing mobile faces on their masks, the next they're sending out young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they'll laugh at you. Rolfie claims to harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. Plus plus. That's her boob size. The quickest way to quiver a woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't ever think of trying to foist your foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolfie told me. Okay. So don't offer sylphs food. Got it. And of course, hearing your stories, well, my stories have brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. Sylphs told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. Just may help win the favor of our forest friends. Oh, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring a... Drat! What was it again? And Rosa and I were just speaking about the matter days ago. forgive me, friend. Speak to Eorzea at the comm. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. That's just wrong. Don't show up with your dick in hand. A peace offering for the Sylphs? I'll give you another jar of my honey, but I fear that wouldn't get past your front doorstep there. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milkroot? That's what we call the root of the most fiendish seedkin, the Ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You're not to catch me dead trying this stuff, but the Sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an Ochu around the comm in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. When you stimulate it somehow with some of the amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised what comes out. Good luck! Okay, stimulate grass with liquid and be surprised what comes out. Got it. Well, color me surprised. It came out. Not even. Sorry, Satan. And we run. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Milkroot, but of course! Those Sylphs quaff that cloudy stuff a squawk, and I do flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milkroot will have the Sylphs calling you friend and sister the moment they lay eyes on it. Now let me wrap that up for you. Starting to feel a bit woozy. Hooray! I've taken in the liberty of wrapping your milkroot well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from the god-awful stench. The Sylphs love this stuff, but me? I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. Dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the morbo that put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. You have more important matters to attend to today, yes? The Sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know that they're kind of hard. They're not the shunned one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend, and do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it, if you regale with me on my adventuring tales. And before I forget, don't go traipsing up just yet. Mullane here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further, except that I want to say many word. Upon your arrival in Little Solstice, seek out young Sylph by the name of Kamuxo. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many occasions, and has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Houtstone has furnished you with some of the Molotris root Sylphs so adore. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver, a missive from Elder Seedseer herself. To summarize, the letter contains in brief, it vouches for the integrity of your envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Ixal has taken a toll on our resources. We cannot ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further of the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Doors. I'll take it because it's like 25% of the food. Yes, that's good. That's good because I can sort of join it. So I don't want it in another way because... There we go, it's taking it for a journey. And I should be super for it, so that's nice. Hello. Walking one is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking one should go home and leave this one be. Okay. Dance. Not dance, but dance. See, I'm a great dancer. This one would welcome walking one who moves like these ones. If walking one would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so walking one should speak with quick tongue. Walking one would bring gift to this one. Walking one is most kind. And here's the letter. Walking one brings milk root. Milk root fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks. Gives many, many, many thanks. And I also got something for that fate that completed. Hooray! Walking one carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking one should not worry. Hello there! We're envoys from Gridania and we're here to treat with your people. Aye, we come to pay our respects to your elder and learn from him more of your Lord Ramu. Who are these ones? These walking ones come from Gridania? Walking one became a dancing one and brought milk root, but walking one shrinks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder one is busy. Walking one should go home. Go home, you say? But the Sylphs of Little Solstice have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Magnanimous here is an oath of peace penned by Elder Seedseer herself. Still you would refuse us? This one's reasons are no business of Walking One's. Elder One has no words from Gridania. Walking Ones waste everyone's time. Well, I never turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Magnanimous jig insufficiently jiggy? I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncomfortably very. It would seem we're no choice but to ask around to see if we might earn their trust. I was earning their trust just fine and then you ruined it. And he will be fine. Get more jiggy! See, Magnanimous? Are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing! You went through all the trouble to learn the Sylph's traditional greeting, but you greeted hardly any of them. While you're at it, why not dance for the Gridanians around here as well? Why, if I were a Sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer sharing my culture with her own kind. Cultural appropriation. Me? Of course I'd be happy to join. Oh, there goes those bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again. And we're gonna be doing this the next time we come back. Which will be in quite a bit. Probably like 2 to 3 weeks. And it will be Stormblood, so a bunch of my abilities will be different on my bar. Bloody leg cramps. So yeah, thank you for joining us today and see you the next time.